Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for Tuesday, June 29th, 2021. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. And boy, it is really, really humid out there. Muggy, uncomfortable. There's no other way to put it. You have temperatures right now in the mid to upper 70s throughout much of the region. Even a few lower 80s showing up in Connecticut already. Our dew points are soupy. Lower to mid 70s throughout the region. Deep tropical moisture. Very deep. That's going to be a problem by the time we get to Thursday, and I'll explain why in just a moment. So, all of this humidity is in the atmosphere, and that's going to lead to a mix of sun and clouds throughout the day today. You can see our high pressure system in control, our Bermuda high. This is what's left of our tropical storm, Danny. Yeah, it formed for about 6 hours, and now it is gone. So there's our D letter. Already gone as a cluster of thunderstorms formed on the north side of the low pressure system, and they said tropical storm. So there you have it. Now it is a dissipated low, and it is gone before we ever knew you. This frontal boundary will have to be watched very carefully by the time we get to Thursday, as it's going to cause a lot of rainfall for the region, and then it's going to be a real pest for the holiday weekend. I'll explain why in just a few. Here is our wind map. You can see our Bermuda high is in control, and look where the air mass is coming from, right from Bermuda, right into the region. So that's where we're getting all our tropical air from. On the visible satellite picture, notice there's a bit of a haze. That's all the moisture in the atmosphere. So there's your muggy, hazy kind of conditions because of the deep tropical moisture. Keep an eye on these cumulus back here, right? These cumulus are going to be a sign for the potential for an isolated thunderstorm or two somewhere around the Delaware River Valley and the Hudson River Valley, somewhere in this area too. Probably throw in the Catskills and Poconos too as that threat. Also, watch out for a sea breeze front that could cause some mischief as well. And along with cooling down the immediate coast, it could also trigger a thunderstorm in portions of, let's say, south central New Jersey up towards the New York City metro. So again, that's something that is possible, not expected, but certainly a possibility in this environment. In the infrared satellite picture, you can see our cold front off to the west. Eventually, it will get here and bring much cooler conditions, but also unsettled conditions, just in time for our holiday weekend. So let's dive into this forecast, shall we? For today, scattered cloud cover. Watch out for an isolated thunderstorm possible in the evening. Look for temperatures to range from the mid-80s to lower 90s on the immediate coast, lower to mid-90s away from the coast. If we get enough sunshine around the Philadelphia metro, do not be surprised if we break 95 degrees. Anyway, you slice it. With all this humidity in the atmosphere, your heat index is going to range from 95 to 105 on the immediate coast, unless you get a sea breeze, and in the New York City metro. And in the Philadelphia metro, you could easily push up to 110 degrees with the heat index, because, again, if you break 95 degrees with all this humidity, it's not going to be pretty. And that essentially is what we can expect for tomorrow as well. Rinse and repeat. We'll have that threat for fog in the morning, isolated showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon, low temperatures in the lower to mid 70s, high temperatures again ranging from the mid 80s to lower 90s on the immediate coast, lower to mid 90s away from the coast. Just a humid, tropical, uncomfortable air mass. Then the changes come. On Thursday, our cold front slowly drops through. This is a very slow-moving cold front, which means waves of showers and thunderstorms. It is going to be rather wet Thursday afternoon and evening, with these thunderstorms not necessarily severe. I mean, I can't rule out an isolated severe thunderstorm, but the primary story here is going to be the heavy rainfall, as this is just going to keep on training over the region. I would not be surprised if somebody ends up with over 3 inches of rain by the time this is all said and done by Friday afternoon. So this is going to support waves of rainfall. Temperatures will range from the upper 60s to mid 70s for lows. High temperatures will range from the upper 70s to lower 80s over the interior, mid 80s to lower 90s as you head towards the coast. Of course, the Delaware River Valley will feature your hottest temperatures. On Friday, that cold front continues to linger around the region. We have these waves of low pressure along it, producing waves of showers and thunderstorms and heavy rainfall, kind of breaking up towards the evening though. Low temperatures will range from the mid to upper 60s over the interior, upper 60s to lower 70s along the coast. High temperatures will range from the lower to mid 70s over the interior and mid 70s to lower 80s along the coast. Then things get interesting, you see, because we're going to be watching to see if an upper level low forms in the Ohio River Valley. If that happens, then you end up with the following forecast. Low pressure system hanging around frontal boundaries and around the frontal boundary off the coastal waters, and that's going to produce a mix of sun and clouds and isolated to widely scattered showers through the 4th of July weekend. That essentially leads to an onshore wind and temperatures ranging from the lower to mid 60s along the coast, upper 50s to lower 60s over the interior for lows, high temperatures in the upper 60s to mid 70s along the coast, upper 60s to mid 70s over the interior, mid 70s to lower 80s in the Delaware River Valley. So essentially our low temperatures will be this weekend's high temperatures, in some cases even cooler. Any way you slice it, looks unsettled. Now, if this upper level low doesn't break off and it just get this trough hanging out around the northeast, then you get a lot more sunshine and your temperatures end up being warmer with temperatures more in the 70s and 80s. So we'll wait to see exactly how that evolves. And then on Tuesday, as we all head back to work, well, a warm front lifts north, an isolated thunderstorm is possible, lows in the mid 60s to lower 70s, high temperatures in the upper 70s to mid 80s. That is your forecast discussion for today. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino, and as always, stay safe out there.